A Fox 17 News investigation followed the probe into 3 Pembroke, Kentucky murders for 3 long years. After seemingly little progress back in May, police there made an arrest in the case, which is tangled in a web of lies, affairs, and money. Fox 17 News' Alex Apple live in studio with more on this story.
Yeah, Scott, the Commonwealth attorney held a big news conference in May to announce the arrest. But he didn't divulge any new evidence that led to it. A love affair, suspects living a double life, and a private investigator make this case anything but a slam dunk. The population in Pembroke, Kentucky is less than 1,000. Everyone there knows news crews only show up for one reason: to find out who killed Cal and Pam Phillips and their neighbor Ed Dansereau. After the brutal 2015 murders, many in the town were terrified. Not Mark Harris, though, and he lived next door to Dansereau and the Phillips.
You know, and I would tell anybody that would talk like that, listen, you don't need to worry. The deed is done.
Across the street lived an Army major by the name of Christian Kit Martin.
But he was real strange.
Martin was married to this woman, Joan Harmon Guerra. Kit told Dansereau he wanted a divorce from Joan amidst rumors of an affair. Joan alleged Kit was abusive to her and her children, and the military started a court-martial based on sexual abuse. That's when Aaron Cole met Kit Martin.
Listened to his wife on the stand, the kids, what the prosecution was trying to put on him. You could just, I mean, it was just a web of lies.
Kit moved on, found new love, and the felony allegations didn't stick. Martin went on to plead to misdemeanors as Joan's credibility came into question. Had the facts proved guilt, Joan would have received a 6-figure settlement from the military, what they called transitional compensation benefits. This was what Kit said about the court-martial to a St. Louis author 2 months before the triple murder.
My private investigators have also discovered that she had essentially kidnapped her daughters from her still legal husband that she's still officially married to.
Joan was living a double life. She pleaded guilty to bigamy, married to Kit and that other man she'd left. Military prosecutors still had another witness, though, in their court-martial against Martin, the man that lived here, Cal Phillips. The prosecutors have a theory. Kit Martin needed Cal to go away, with his testimony coming in 2 short weeks. Plus, many in Pembroke thought Cal and Joan were having an affair.
Deep, deep hatred. Well, I mean, Cal was seeing his wife, for one, to begin with. Joni, yes.
So this is something personal that I keep deep down to myself, you know.
Justin Harmon is Joan's son. He lived with Kit for 8 years. He's the one Joan said Kit physically abused.
Like around in public, he'd be the nicest person you'd ever meet. But behind closed doors, he was a monster.
Despite 2 search warrants and interviews for more than 3 years, police never made an arrest. The town, though, had its mind made up.
Kit went over to Cal's house and found him working and said, I don't know what was said, I wasn't there, but took him to the basement of the house. Somehow he got him in there. Maybe he caught him in there or whatever. And he walked in and shot him.
And police also found the bodies of Pam Phillips and Ed Dansereau, believing them to be collateral damage. Then, this May,
the Commonwealth of Kentucky versus Christian Richard Martin.
Authorities arrested Martin as he went to the airport, but the Attorney General offered no hints as to what new evidence led to that arrest. And at 9:30, a private investigator's interview with Cal Phillips 2 weeks before the murders left him with evidence strong enough to turn this whole case on its head. Part 2 of our story comes in 10 minutes.